The 2023 Rowan University baseball team went 33-15 overall, going 13-5 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. The Profs captured the regional round of the NCAA tournament for the second year in a row. Dylan Maria, Anthony Schooley, and Phil Sedalis were named to the All-Conference first team, with Mike Shannon being named to the second team. Rowan followed up with Zach Grace, Jason Morgan, and Ryan Murphy being named honorable mentions. Rowan would kick off its season on March 4th as they traveled for a 3-game series against Virginia Wesleyan. Phil Sedalis shined in the season opener, going 3 for 4 with 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. Dylan Maria would join Sedalis in the long ball category as Rowan would win 20-11. The Profs would blast 3 more in Game 2 with Maria, Ryan Murphy, and Pat DeFisciani going yard as the Profs won 14-9. Rowan would complete the 3-game weekend sweep with a 9-5 win on Sunday. The Rustmat Invitational was the next stop for the Profs. Rowan would go 6-3 on the trip with wins over Aurora, Buena Vista, UMass Boston, Roger Williams, Southern Maine, and Ithaca. Rowan returned home to the Borough on March 21st as they welcomed in Haverford. Zach Grace threw 5 scoreless innings and 8 Profs tallied RBIs to take down the Fords 21-5. Rowan would continue to dominate, taking down Newman 12-2 in 7 innings, and Penn State Abington 16-0 in 5. Rowan would return home on March 28th as Swarthmore came to town. A 2-for-2 day with 5 RBIs for Anthony Schooley and 6 scoreless innings for Matt Choi led the Profs to victory. Rowan would hit a slight skid, dropping their next 3 with losses to Salisbury and William Patterson. Rowan would bounce back against Gwynedd Mercy before rolling over New Jersey City 17-2 and 10-3. The Brown and Gold would welcome in Montclair State next for a weekend series. A masterclass performance from Zach Grace, going 9 innings while giving up 4 hits and 12 strikeouts, kept the Redhawks in check, while Phil Sedalis and Dylan Maria each picked up a pair of RBIs in the 6-0 shutout win in Game 1. Rowan would roll over the Redhawks in Game 2 by a score of 14-1. Rowan would fall to Penn State Harrisburg before sweeping a home-and-home series against TC&J. It was Dylan Maria's bat yet again for the Profs as the junior hit 2 2-run home runs in the Profs' 14-11 win in Game 1. Sedalis, Murphy, and Maria would go yard in Glassboro to give the Profs an 8-3 win over the Lions in Game 2. Rowan would split against Ramapo before falling on the road to York. Rowan took care of Rutgers Camden 17-9 on April 20th as Jason O'Neill picked up his 6th win of the season. Phil Sedalis and Dylan Maria recorded 4 RBIs each. Rowan would fall the next day to the Scarlet Raiders 7-8 in extra innings. Brown and Gold honored their seniors as they welcomed Rutgers Newark to the Borough on April 22nd. Rowan would trail 10-6 heading into the bottom of the 8th inning, but bases-loaded walks to 3 straight Profs knotted the game at 10. A scoreless 9th inning from Ryan Iveen set up the opportunity for the Profs to walk it off, with a Brown and Gold doing just that. Phil Sedalis would drive home Carson Harcourt as the Profs won Game 1 11-10. Rowan would follow up, taking Game 2 in 7 innings due to weather. The Brown and Gold would knock off Immaculata 9-5 before sweeping Stockton in a home-and-home series. Rowan ended the regular season on the road, splitting a 2-game series with Kane, taking Game 2 by a final score of 4-0. Rowan, with the win, clinched the NJAC regular season title and number 1 seed in the conference tournament. Jason O'Neill gave the Profs 7 1/3 scoreless innings in Game 1 of the NJAC tournament, while Dylan Maria picked up 2 RBIs and the save in the Profs' 3-1 win over Stockton. Rowan would match up with William Patterson in Game 2 of the tournament, with Tyler Cannon and Pat DeFisciani running the offense for the Brown and Gold. The two would combine for 7 runs, while Zach Grace pitched a complete game shutout as Rowan would dismantle William Patterson 11-0. Rowan would fall in their next 2 contests, however, eliminating them from the NJAC tournament following losses to TCNJ and Kane. Rowan, however, would receive a bid into the NCAA tournament and would travel to Arcadia, who would serve as host for the regional round. Rowan would get back on the right track with Ryan Murphy and Jason Morgan putting up 5 RBIs combined, as Rowan would take Game 1 against SUNY Brockport 12-3. Rowan would blank Susquehanna the following day 20-0, as Ryan Murphy would explode for 5 RBIs in the win. In the regional title game, Rowan would face off against the Riverhawks once more. Rowan would jump out to a 3-0 lead in the first inning with RBIs from Dylan Maria and Jason Morgan, as the Profs wouldn't let go of the lead, winning it 4-3 to win their second straight regional title. Rowan would match up against Salisbury in Super Regional action, but would fall in 2 games to put an end to their season. Zach Grace was named the D3Baseball.com and ABCA Region 4 Pitcher of the Year, with Mike Dixon being recognized as the Region 4 Coach of the Year. Phil Sedalis, Anthony Schooley, and Tyler Cannon were also named to the D3Baseball.com All-Region team. Grace, Sedalis, Schooley, Cannon, and Ryan Murphy followed up by being named to the ABCA Region 4 All-Region team. The postseason accolades continued for Sedalis and Grace, as both were recognized by both associations to the All-American team. Tyler Cannon would lead the nation in doubles while setting a school single-season record, gathering 31 doubles. Phil Sedalis would set single-season records tallying 86 hits, 8 triples, and 63 runs scored in a season. As a team, the Profs would set new single-season records in runs scored with 451, hits with 630, and would post a team batting average of .353.